Hello Internet, and today we're going to talk about my first impressions of the Razer Viper V2 Pro after almost a week.
Let's go!
So I got this mouse last Friday and I wasn't home all weekend, so I only got to test it on Monday. And yeah, do I like it? Absolutely. I was going into this with the expectation hardware very good, shape well, I don't know, because usually I prefer mouse with the hump further towards the back, sort of similar to a GPX, Viper Mini, G303, G305, MM7, 10, you name it, and yeah, XM1 as well, but it's slightly too large for me in my opinion. And yeah, so I got this puppy and wow. Wow. I fell in love with it. So yeah, let's start talking about the shape. The shape is the regular FK-esque shape with some slight improvements. As far as I know, don't really have an FK, so I can't comment too much on that. But yeah, the shape is pretty fucking good, and it's also, yeah, the hump is pretty centered, similar to an FK, and yeah, it's pretty flat. And I didn't think I would like it, and I thought I might lose some stability, but my grip sort of helps me out there because the hump is not for too low, similar to an Modo Minus or something, where it's just really flat, or also an Final mouse. Yeah, it's slightly raised compared to those, and yeah, definitely I don't like this ability, but I also don't like the movements. And yeah, it really amazes me how much I like this shape, because I didn't think I would actually. So yeah, let's then talk about something else. So like the clicks themselves are pretty fucking awesome. They're optical Gen 3s, and they finally feel similarly to mechanical switches. Like on the X slide, they definitely feel different, but it sort of feels similar to a GPX, but stiffer. But definitely doesn't really impact you negatively. You have a pretty fast actuation with pretty satisfying feeling, because GPX clicks compared to that one just feel like absolute utter, not trash, but they don't feel nearly as good as the Gen 3 opticals from Razer. And yeah, so that said, the side buttons are also pretty fucking good in my opinion. They are way more protrusive than on the Viper Ultimate, and they're also pretty tactile, especially compared to like a GPX. Yeah, scroll wheel as well is tactile, but not too heavy and loud. It's like a Zawa or Waxy scroll wheel. It's pretty light, but not too light to scroll, but also not too hard. So like it's pretty good middle ground. It's not the best scroll wheel, but it's pretty good scroll wheel in my opinion. So yeah, we absolutely take those. Then when we turn it over, there is no dock, and some people might be like, What? I'm paying 150. Yeah, this mouse isn't really tailored towards those people. This mouse is more tailored towards, well, pros. And yeah, they don't need their mouse at lens, and they care more about the performance, like sensor, skates, shape, weight, latency, etc. And yeah, while we're talking about the skates, they're pretty good. They definitely could be more rounded. Like the edges definitely could be more rounded. They're slightly rounded and definitely more rounded than a GPX. But yeah, the shape is pretty good, but I think they could be more rounded, but that also adds more cost, yada yada yada. And the front ones could be a single part, but they sort of didn't want to do that, so well, I don't really mind it as well. Yeah, we also have the DPI button right here. It also acts as a power button, or is it the other way around? I don't know. But yeah, it's pretty useful actually. You can. This is one of the only few super lightweight mice where you can change the DPI. On the mouse, there's File Mouse, there's Razer, and I think that's it. Like on the wireless mice. So yeah, that's fucking impressive. And yeah, what's also impressive is the sensor. It's their Focus Pro, or 3950, sorry. And 3950 is an amazing sensor. And you don't really feel a difference between like a Hero or a Focus Plus, but it's still a difference, and we should not really stop improving things simply because we don't feel a difference. Yeah, that's my opinion at least. Simply because good things are getting great, and good things and cheap things are getting good. So like it's super expensive sensors like 3360 and how in budget sensors and whatnot. So that's actually a big improvement, and that's what we get by improving our sensors. So I absolutely think very well done Razer or Pixar or whatever, but sensor slaps hard. What also slaps hard is the latency, because it's fucking amazing. Yeah, according to the German YouTuber for eTech, this mouse has a better latency in human benchmark test than any other mouse. It's at 148 millimeters. I might show a screenshot of that right here somewhere, or I might also not. Let's see. And yeah, it's amazing. Like super low latency, super high end sensor, and the battery life also seems to be pretty fucking good. But I don't know yet. I only used it. I didn't even use this mouse for more than a week. But I charged it fully up, and since then haven't really plugged it in. Yeah, but I really fucking. It's definitely already usable because you don't have to charge it every fucking day. We still have to talk about the weight, obviously. The weight is around 60 grams, and yeah, it's obviously below 60 grams, 58, 59 grams. And yeah, they really did a fucking great job. Like there are no visible holes, like there's some holes below there, according to Bob's teardown. But you don't see any holes. And it's fucking amazing how they managed to do it, because this mouse, like the GPX, definitely had QC issues at the beginning. This one, like, no squeaks, no squeaking, nothing moves. Besides my right side button, it has some slight travel from left to right. I think you can even see that. But other than that, I don't even think this mouse has any issues for me other than that, and that's barely noticeable. That's barely noticeable. So yeah, last but not least, let's talk about the coating, because I actually prefer it. Or is it a coating? Let's talk about the texture. I actually prefer it over the rubbery GPX coating, because it's just sticks to my hand way better. Whilst this definitely isn't bad, it's one of the top coatings I know, but I personally prefer the Razer V2 Pro coating, texture, whatever. And yeah, and it also has USB-C for everybody who might ask. And it's pretty good that it doesn't have micro USB. So that's a win for Razer, and a huge L for Logitech. So I really hope Logitech releases a mini version of this with some lower grams and a USB-C, and well, also release some different shapes, obviously. And that's what I also for Razer, now that they have this huge fucking tech. First, release a lightweight death adder, then release a new shape, release something with the hump further towards back as XM1 CA thingy, as to like something. Please, Razer. But other than that, great fucking job, Razer, and let's fucking go. It's a great time to be alive, because Glorious also recently just dropped their announcement of the Modelo Pro, a 55 gram $100 no holes mouse. So like, holy fuck, competition is back, baby. Because we barely had any mouse. Well, yeah, last but not least, let's talk about the price of this mouse. This mouse costs around $150 or 160 euros, and I think it could be cheaper in euros. I'm fine with the dollar price because I'm not paying in dollars, lol. No, I'm somewhat okay with the price. I'm not going to recommend everybody go out and buy one because $150 or 160 euros is fucking a lot of money. But if you do care about all this feature and do have the money, this mouse might even be better than a GPX. There, I said it. Then again, it's also currently more expensive. And yeah, the GPX has been out for 1.5 years, so yeah, definitely great that they are releasing it, but could have been sooner, could have been cheaper. But yeah, they probably because of a chip shortage, they couldn't really release it sooner, and that's also why the price is still at 150, and because people pay the price. Yeah, so that's basically everything. I hope you enjoyed this first impressions. Leave a like, a comment, and a sub down below. Stay home, stay safe, cheerio.